I had this hunch that if I were to use Arch Linux, I'd be able to run all kinds of blockchain stuff easily on embedded computers. And so I built this thing, SOS, and what is it? It is a very light, you can see down here, okay, about 230 megabytes at idle. Um, Linux distribution of sorts. It's Arch based, it eats the Arch Linux ARM image, uses that as a base, and then installs a bunch of packages and services on top of it. Um, it worked exactly how I thought it would, which, that doesn't actually happen all that often. So let's check this out. Here we go. This is the Blurt Pi container. We're not actually going to run it as a container in the long run. We're going to run it as a regular process, but for now, the container will do just fine. So here we go. Here's Blurt on a Raspberry Pi running SOS. Okay, we can see that the chain comes up, does its normal thing. We can see that it is beginning to consume the Steam accounts. We can see that memory usage is still actually quite reasonable. We can see that the disk is very active, and this is actually, that's why I have IOTop open here. So up here you can see that the disk is, writing at 2 megabytes a second. Long run, that is a concern because we want to limit the thrash on the micro SD card. It's actually a lot easier to do with Cosmos. We can set those chains to have, well, first of all, we can set them so that they don't create blocks when there are no transactions. Secondly, we can set them so that there's like a heartbeat every n seconds. So like imagine a chain where, right, by default, you don't make blocks unless there are transactions, and just so that everybody knows the chain is alive, it produces a block every 3 minutes. We can do that over there. But check this out. This now works. Attaching the front end to it is actually way easier than all this other stuff that I've done. Like trivial compared to digging through FC, figuring out which pieces were Intel specific, and basically just removing them. So if you're watching this, and you're curious, oh, hey, how can I help and pitch in? Well, I took out the stack trace functions to do this. So if you have any ideas on debugging C++, do let me know. So here it is. Yeah, there it is. Blurt on a frickin' Raspberry Pi. We're doing 2 megabytes a second on the SD card. We're maxing out a single CPU core. What can I say? This exceeds any of my expectations. I'm delighted that I followed my hunch to build SOS on Arch. I assure you, I've spent a tremendous amount of time attempting to compile Blurt on other ARM-based Linux operating systems, and they didn't work. This is good. All right. Hey, guys, there's my video. All right. Have a nice day. I don't really have too much else to say. If you want, if you want to see the actual chain sync, well, you should download the device image, which will ship, gosh, certainly before I sleep. I just got to get this thing out. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I certainly am. Oh, and by the way, Ricardo, Megadrive, thank you. Blurt in a Box is now named Megadrive. Bye.